We've had over 200 responses to our survey of senior decision makers in South East businesses to understand their priorities following the perhaps unexpected outcome of the EU referendum. In terms of what the government's priorities should be when negotiating our exit from the EU, what was the feeling amongst South East businesses that responded? The key message is quite clear, as the majority, nearly 2/3, said they thought maintaining access to the single market should be the priority. They want to be able to continue trading with the EU without restrictions or tariffs, as they fear their businesses will suffer. Given in particular the media's understanding that the key issue for the majority of Brexit supporters was to control EU migration, is it not surprising that more businesses didn't say that the priority should be restricting free movement? Well, the survey said that only 7% saw this as a priority. This scored lower than those that thought the focus should be on restoring the sovereignty of the UK Parliament and courts to determine our own legislation. Whilst curbing migration into the UK might be a populist issue, it's not necessarily good for business. We do have to recognise that there are many businesses, particularly in agriculture, food and drink and construction, that rely heavily on overseas workers. It appears inevitable that if we want to curb EU migration, the UK will lose access to the single market. If this is the case, what is the preferred strategy of businesses? A third of the survey respondents support the World Trade Organization model. This is certainly the most flexible alternative. The Norwegian model, or the EEA, is equally popular. There is very little interest in the Swiss or EFTA model. This has a lower financial contribution to the EU than the Norwegian model, but in return, it has more limited access to the single market. Interestingly, over a fifth of businesses suggest possible variations on existing models or potentially new models altogether. Several respondents felt that the UK's considerable purchasing power with the EU could enable us to achieve both access to the single market and restriction of free movement, the best of both worlds perhaps. There is obviously an enormous amount of uncertainty over the medium and long-term effects of Brexit. The survey did identify two significant concerns: the risk of recession and the impact on sterling. There have been many conflicting predictions since the 23rd of June as to whether we are going to drop into recession, and the truth is, nobody really knows. However, much of the economic data that has come out since the referendum has perhaps been rather more positive than many commentators predicted. Reassuringly, speaking to our clients, their priorities remain the same now as before. They're focusing on their business strategy and maintaining a strong balance sheet. Companies are continuing to recruit and invest, particularly in technology, and they are increasing productivity. Whilst these are uncertain times, we do need to remember that nothing is going to change for several years, and as with any change, there will be both challenges and opportunities for business as we navigate our exit from the EU.